Hey guys, welcome to My Green Pets. This is William Green, and I am going to show you some things that I have for sale, and I would love to hear from you if you are interested in me sending you some stuff. So let's start out with these pieces of hickory bark. I talked about them in my last video. I have three groups of them, okay? Mostly small, medium, and large is kind of what we're going for. And these are the same pieces of hickory bark that I use on my Cattleya rex. You can see that the roots really like them. There's lots of ridges for the roots to move around, and in fact they even grow around to the other side of the, they grow down here as well. So I've also had a phalaenopsis mounted on one of these before. This one over here actually had a phal mounted on it way back when, but I tore it off because I couldn't keep it wet enough. So if you are interested, I'm asking, let's see, what is it, $5 for these, $7 for these, or $9 for these larger ones, basically small, medium, and large. If you want a specific one, we'll just go through and number them really quickly. Number 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8. Number 9, number 10, number 11, number 12, 13, 14, 15, and the big long one's number 16. And now you might notice that some of them have a little bit of kind of an orangey stuff on it. This is lichen that was living on the tree when it was a living tree. It has since dried up and died. I don't think it would have any effect on your orchids whatsoever. In fact, it might actually produce additional nutrients. So there's that hickory bark. Okay, let's go ahead and talk about orchids that are available. These three Paphs are up for grabs if you want them. This is Paph Odette Vision. This is my first Malaysia type Paph that I ever got. It's got a new leaf coming out the top. It's in pretty good shape. This is a Paph hybrid. I haven't had a whole lot of luck with, but if you want to give it a try, I'll sell it to you real cheap. And then this one is actually a very special plant. This is Paph Annabellchen, which is already pretty much impossible to find. But then this is the actual clone Highjack AM AOS. So this Paph Annabellchen Highjack AM AOS, this is the only clone of this particular cross that has ever received an award of merit from the American Orchid Society. I received this division from the person who had this plant awarded. This is her handwriting, and it's a beautiful flower. It's just not my style so much. It's kind of one of those fluffy, airy, pinky ones. And I liked the big multiflorals a little bit better. So that one's up for grabs. Let's see. Now this back here, this is a Paph rothschildianum species. And this is a really old one. This is from a cross way back in the 70s or 80s, I think. This is Charles E. by Borneo, both FCC clones. And it's a very small plant, and it will grow very slowly, but it's got some historical parents right there. As far as down here, of course, I've got three phals. Those are definitely up for grabs. This is the pink one. It's just going out of bloom. And then this is the large white one. And it has been eaten by a rabbit, but it's got a new leaf coming out there. Very healthy otherwise, lots of roots. And then this is kind of a splotchy pink one, also available. As far as my multi-paths, this is a Paph lowii. I'm willing to part with this one. This is my Paph callosum, which bloomed this past winter. Beautiful bright red, reddish, purplish, pinkish bloom on that. It's got a new growth on it coming out. I'll sell this one as well. This is a Paph Bel Royal. It's got two new growths on it, and I really think that it's going to be blooming within the year off of this growth here. So this one's available too. Let's see, this is a Paph Koopowitz. It bloomed last spring. beautiful, long, colorful flowers. I'm willing to sell this one off as well. This one, I don't think this plant is healthy enough to sell. It's got some kind of, I don't know, it's got some kind of discoloration on the bulbs. This is my Oncidium Speckled Spire Wisp. If you want to, you know, try your hand at it, you can. It does have a tag, and it is a very pretty flower, as we saw a couple weeks ago, or a couple months ago, so I'll leave it at that. And let's see, over here is my Phragmipedium Grande. This guy bloomed over the winter, had two nice big beautiful flowers on it. These big plants like this, I cannot ship them in the pot like this. It's just too heavy. So what I would do is I would take all the potting material off of them and ship them. I'll just kind of wrap the roots up in some moss to keep them moist and send them to you that way. Now this plant, I just want to show you really carefully. It is not in 100% great shape. It does kind of have a streak of brown going up through here. More than likely that will continue. You know, it might take off this bottom leaf. If you know how to handle plants and you're good at orchids, that won't be a problem for you. But if you're just starting out, I wouldn't recommend it, because if it doesn't have the right conditions, it, you know, could make the plant look pretty bad. So once again, it's got two new growths, this one here and then this one as well. So I'm definitely willing to part with that. Alright, this is my Oncidium maculatum, and it's huge, but you know, I don't think that I'm going to be able to take it with me. If you're interested, let me know. It's got a new growth coming in on it down here, and it's got big beautiful flower spikes, and yeah, I'm willing to let that go as well. This is my Max 10. It's the last one that I have. It is in bloom right now, but you know, if somebody would want this as well, I can get rid of it if you're interested. This is my Bulbo rufinum. I like this plant, but I don't like it enough to lug it across the country. And the reason I'm selling these plants is because I'm moving. So it's got two new growths coming off this bulb back here. See them? And then it actually is in bloom right now as well. So if you are interested in Bulbo rufinum, I will unpot it, kind of wrap it up, put it in a box, and send it to you. And that is all that I'm willing to get rid of. My Little Mermaid up here, I would be willing to get rid of it, but it's grown all in this pot, and I'd have to tear up the roots, I think, to be able to sell it to somebody, because there's no way I can sell it in this heavy pot. It would be very expensive to ship because it weighs so much. So that one's kind of on hold, I think, at the moment. And then of course there's this. I don't think there's any way that I can ship this. I mean, maybe in a big box. I've never tried to mail anything this big before, but you know, this is up for grabs. I don't know if anybody would want it. I mean, if you want to come get it, or if you want to help me explore options for shipping, it's definitely up for grabs. I can't take it with me. So that's about it, guys. Unfortunately, I'm just not able to take my collection to Colorado with me, but my loss is your gain. So there's a lot of nice plants available here, and if you're interested, you know what to do. Just send me an email at mygreenpets.contact@gmail.com, and we'll see what we can do. I would like to try to get everything shipped out in the next week or two. Alright, I will say that once I am out in Colorado, some really exciting things are waiting in terms of orchids and orchid growing and that kind of stuff. I cannot wait to get out there and start sharing that with you guys. But before we start that next chapter, we have to close this one up. So if you could remember, you know, any plants that that I sell, you know, that money is going to be helping me to get my stuff together and out there where I want to be. So once again, this is William Green, My Green Pets. I really appreciate you guys helping me out. If any questions, just email me or leave a comment below, and have a great week.